Today we're going to be testing teams ranging from $2 all the way up to $200 to find out if by simply spending more money, you can have more success in EAFC. So there are some insane cards and packs, and now for $2, we need to fill out this team, and so we're going to open $2 worth of FC points. However, I'm going to be using coins as I don't advise you to buy FC points, and the first pack we're opening is going to be this nano one, which guarantees us a player above 86 rated. So let's spend the coins, and we're hoping to at least see a promo card, and we're getting a promo card. It's an icon, English centre mid, and nowhere it's the Liverpool legend Steven Gerrard. And behind him, the players that we have aren't the greatest. However, we do get a lone player pick, but I'm not going to allow myself to use a lone player. And so I'll start to add all of the players that we had back into our team and ignore the lone player. But with only 100 FC points to spend, I realized that I couldn't get the same pack as it only gives us 5 players, and with that we wouldn't be able to actually fill out the starting 11. Okay, so we're going to be doing 2 Wii packs. Please give me a promo. It's not going to be a promo card, it's creation center mid, but it is going to be a walkout, and that's an 87 rated Modric, and behind him are some more really bad players. And so before spending our final 50 FC points, I would add these new players into our team, and because we hadn't packed a goalkeeper just yet, we had to use the centre back in that position, and I would use Otamendi because he was 6 foot tall. So we're still in need of a goalkeeper, and this is our final pack. Oh, we're getting a promo card. I think there's actually going to be a footies as well. There's no way, we actually just got a footies here and 2 walkouts. I can't believe we're getting this lucky. And our footies player is going to be Zaha, and we got a goalkeeper. That final pack was absolutely insane. And throughout the rest of this video, we spent just under 20,000 FC points, and so you best believe that we packed some more absolutely insane players. But I would then put together the best possible starting 11 that I could for $2, and I must say it wasn't too shabby. Okay, now before we move on to the next team, we need to test this team out, and to do that, we're going to play one game in Division 1 with it, and the score for each team is going to be determined by how quickly they can score a goal. Now we also had 2 simple rules. The first one being, for every goal the team concedes, we would add 5 minutes to its total score, and this would make things fair and allow us to test the entire team out overall. But if we could make our opponent rage quit, that would cancel out all the goals the team conceded in the game. Okay, first game, and let's see what the $2 team is coming up against, and we're gonna get absolutely destroyed. 1 minute in and his Haaland is already through. He finds his Mbappe. Please defend this. Lovely block. Oh no, we passed it to his sucker, but Koke is there. Now with the help of Zaha and Gerrard, we would be capable of winning the ball back, but I started to realize that I was having a tough time just getting out of my own half. Now his Haaland is in some space, he finds his Mbappe, and he has a clear shot, and we concede already. His Mbappe finds his Haaland. Please, we have to tackle him here. Lovely block. And with the $2 team, in comparison to my opponents, I was having to make way more passes in order to get to their box. Gerrard into Locatelli. Zaha's open. Zaha, can you go through here and score? Yes! 9 minutes in, we have a goal! And now to get the best time possible, we needed to make sure that we didn't concede again. And in this game, I noticed that with only a $2 team, I was having to do way more than my opponent in order to create goal scoring opportunities. Oh way, our defense is so much more open than this guy's. Is Saka on side? Please don't score. And he does. Gerrard into Locatelli. Let's go out to the right back. And he can't even make a simple pass. Once again, his attackers are just positioning themselves so well. Let's defend this. No way! And now I have to save a penalty to avoid adding on 5 minutes. And we save it down the middle. And we would get the final opportunity before the halftime break. Into Zaha now. He's literally our best player. His keeper saves it though. Both how open this $2 defense was, it was just a matter of time. Oh no? No way. He sends it over to his Neymar. I'm moving the keeper. What a save. And what I noticed with the $2 team was that along with having to do way more in order to score a goal, with how poor our defenders were, in comparison to the top tier attackers that our opponent possessed, our defense was a lot more open, and at times, no matter how much skill I have, there were opportunities that I literally just couldn't defend, and I would end up conceding 2 more goals before the game ended. Okay, so we scored roughly 9 minutes in, but because we conceded 5 goals, we have to add 25 minutes to the time. But the budget for our team is now $20, and this means we can open 1,800 more points. I feel like this deluxe footies pack is our best chance at improving our team, and so I'm going to spend 300 FC points on 7.5k packs. And as you can imagine, these 2 packs were absolutely awful. Now we have really good Aster pack footies players, and so this is going to determine what the $20 team looks like. Okay, first card is going to be a team of the season, German CDM. I don't know who that is. Okay, it's a 94 rated Cruz, and our best player is going to be a team of the season, and that's only Pellegrini. Surely there's something behind them though. Okay, these are some really good players for our team, and so I would add all the best players that we had in each position. So this is the $20 team, and in comparison to the $2 one, we now have competent players in almost every single position, and so we should have a better chance in the games. Our team also has 22 chemistry, and it's 90 rated as well. And this was important because along with testing the teams, I also wanted to find out if for $200 we could build a 97 rated team with full chemistry. And now it's time to see what the $20 team is going to be going up against, and I think we should expect this by now. But now, with decent players in almost every single position, I was capable of pressing my opponent. And unlike the $2 team, I wasn't having trouble getting out of my own half. Mateus into Zaha. Can we get our first goal here? Yes! And 5 minutes in, we can get our best time, as long as we don't lose the game and concede goals. And if we could make our opponent rage quit, we would guarantee the time. Zaha now, let's do some skill. We got so lucky to pull this card. Can we score? And that's 2. I think we can make this guy leave. Now I still noticed that with this defense, our opponent still had a decent chance to score. However, we could do a much better job at defending. Vardy into Pellegrini. Does he score? It goes through, and we're up by 3, but our opponent doesn't forfeit. And while we could now create more opportunities, we didn't necessarily have the most clinical players within the game, and a lack of finishing stats on the attackers that we had for the $20 team meant that we were quite wasteful in the attack, and I couldn't afford to let my opponent score because then they'd most likely stay in the game. Oh no, no way. I didn't see his attacker there. We need to move the keeper. No way! And he's celebrating on us. And so what I found was that with the $20 team, because we still didn't have any of the top tier attackers, we weren't clinical enough to make our opponent rage quit. And in general, our opponent was still capable of creating opportunities that if we had better centre backs, they otherwise wouldn't have been capable of doing. After we scored a few more goals, our opponent would stop playing. But after we scored our last goal, in the 90th minute, they would go for one more goal. Okay, he's actually playing now. Hincap is there though. No, we have to get the ball there. There's no way he messed up like that, and he crosses his back post. We have to defend this. No way! There's no way we just conceded in the 92nd minute. And after scoring our first goal in roughly the 5th minute, conceding 2 meant that we had to add 10 more minutes onto this team's timer. So while the $20 team was a lot better than the $2, there were still major flaws within it. Now because we won the game, I would give an opponent a free win so that we could be at the beginning of Division 1 and each test could be as fair as possible. So the next team is the $50 team, and we can spend 3,000 more FC points. Now I want to do this one for 2,000, and then we'll do this one with the other 1,000 points that we have. Come on, 81 times 100. It's a team of the season once again, but a footage player can still be inside the pack. But our second card is going to be a team of the season as well, and it is a 95 rated left wing, which can upgrade our team. Is there anything behind them? Oh, a 97 rated Rafinha. That's a massive pull, and I'll take Cordoba as well. And the most notable player at the back of the pack was a 90 rated Edison. Okay, so we got a goalkeeper upgrade as well as a centre back upgrade, and we can move Zaha to the left wing and play Rafinha on the right wing. And so our team was shaping up, but we can now open a pack worth 2,000 FC points. Okay, once again the first player is only going to be a team of the season. So Belgian centre back. Wait, I think that's Company. Yes, it's Company's footage card. And that's a top tier centre back. Is there anything behind them? Okay, Barella's in there, and we could make do with Bobby Charlton. And so after only spending $50, our team now had 32 chemistry, and after upgrading our bench, it was 93 rated as well. But the next team is worth $100, which means that we could open double the FC points that we have already. But before doing that, the $50 team needed to be tested. At this point, I'm happy to get tough opponents because it makes the challenge more fair. Okay, but that's a bit too fair. Mateus now into Wilfred Zaha. He finds an attacker, but his keeper's there to save it. He has it with R9, but I'm more confident with this defense, and Zambrata cuts it out. Zaha now, let's find a pass. Now he's Bellingham intercepts it, and he finds his Neymar. We have to be there. What a block from Cordoba. We have space on the wing. Can we find Rafinha? We do. Rafinha. Let's go back to Charlton. Can he score? He does. Let's tackle him here with Company. What a challenge. Into Charlton. Can he go all the way? Charlton? What a save. And now my goal for this game became to make my opponent rage quit or not concede at all for the rest of it. We're closing him down well. Oh no, he has a player making a run, and he finds his Frimpong. His Frimpong's out in space. Shoots. There's no way that went in, and it's because it's a 99 Frimpong. But we were still creating opportunities, and before the end of the first half, the $50 team would score 2 more goals. And early on into the second half, with some skill, we would earn a penalty. If we score this, I think he might rage quit. Let's go to the right. He goes the right way and we still score, but that didn't frustrate him enough to leave. And what I noticed was that with the $50 team, it was a lot easier to score goals against the toughest defenders, but not having any of the absolute best defenders in the game meant that when coming up against the best players, we were still vulnerable. But after we scored our 6th goal, our opponent would pause the game. But is he gonna leave? He does. And so because that cancels out the goal we conceded, the $50 team now has the best score. But we can now spend 7,000 more FC points, and I'm going to start with a 500 point pack. And this pack was average, and we wouldn't end up getting any upgrades. I would then open a pack with 1,000 points, in which I would get a potential striker upgrade as well as a potential centre back. Another 1,000 points, and this one's going to be an icon. Can we get a footies icon here? It is. It's going to be a footies icon. First player is Carvalho, but who is a footies icon going to be? No way, it's George Best. He's 98 rated, and he's one of the top tier players in the game. In the front of the next pack would be 2 96 rated team of the seasons, but the best player was at the back. Oh, Kyle Walker's 97 rated card is in this pack, and we've already gotten some upgrades, and we still have half of our budget to go. And before opening the final pack, I would add some of our new players into the team, and now we finally add some of the absolutely top tier players in the game. Okay, what does this final pack have in store for us? It's a greats of the game, and it's just going to be a greats of the game icon, with the first player being Bastoni, but can we get Ronaldinho or R9? That's Schmeichel's 97 rated card, which is the best goalkeeper in the game, and I'll definitely take that. And we have a footies icon behind him, but Schmeichel's going to go into the team. And so that final pack would provide us with the best goalkeeper in the game, and I would also add Bastoni's team of the season card, and we were only 1 point away from full chemistry, and 1 point from having a 97 rated team too. Okay, so the final stage is $200, meaning that we still have almost 10,000 FC points to spend, but now we need to test out the $100 team. And with this team, the challenge remained fair because our opponents had an insane team as well. But what wasn't necessarily fair was that this was the most skillful opponent I'd faced throughout the entire video. But what I noticed was that in comparison to the other teams, with the $100 team, we were capable of having a much more solid performance against the top opposition, and this team would end up getting their first goal roughly 20 minutes in. Now this would also be the score that the team ended with, because for the first time in this challenge, a team would go the entire 90 minutes without conceding a single goal. And once again, I have to reiterate that this was because of the fact that the team overall was noticeably a lot more solid than the other teams that we played with, and I put this down to the fact we had some of the best players in the game in a few positions across the pitch, and after winning the game, I would purposefully lose one to make sure that the $200 team had a fair test as well. An insanely solid showing from the $100 team, but we can now spend 9,000 more FC points, and I'm going to be doing 2 4,000 FC point packs, so we'll start with a 1,000 point pack, and I don't think it comes as a surprise that we wouldn't end up getting an upgrade from it. This is the biggest pack that we've opened in this video. And have a look at the description. A guaranteed 97 plus player. Okay, first card's a team of the season, but we know there's definitely going to be something better behind this. Okay, our best card's going to be a team of the season, and it's only 93, which meant that our best players were behind them. Come on. Okay, Rodman's a 97 rated player, and she's actually one of the best wingers in the game. And Berbatov could be an upgrade at the striker position too. And then we got a duplicate Zaha as well. And what I noticed was that when getting these players, I was a lot less excited after having spent as much FC points as I did. Whereas earlier on in the video, backing these players would have made me lose my mind. Okay, here we go, final pack. Let's do it. Again, a team of the season as the first player, and that's Simmons. And along with him, we get Blushh, and that's a 94 rated team of the season. But that means our 97 rated players behind them. Okay, we get Malacia and Dempsey as well. And Dempsey is absolutely insane. Another $200 price point. And notice that the upgrades that we made weren't necessarily significant improvements. However, at this level, we were defining the positions within our team and making it so that it was absolutely perfect. And after adding these players, I saw that the team now had 33 chemistry, but the final chance that we had of getting the 97 rating was by replacing a 93 rated bench player with a 94. Come on. No, it didn't do it. And so we couldn't make a 97 rated team, but we do have an absolutely insane team with full chemistry and the best players in some positions. And it was time to find out if by simply spending more money, you would have more success. And early on into the game, I would find out that once again I was playing against a tough opponent, but our $200 defense seemed like it had no flaws. Okay, let's see what one of the best wingers are capable of. And she gets through that, no problem. We found Berbatov now as well. I want to work a pass into George Best. Best, can you score? No, we get blocked out. Wait, no way, our opponent just left it 0-0. And it's important to note that that's something that only happened with the $200 team. So this is the $200 team's true test. And once again, Malacia would help us out in the defense early on. Haaland was also the best attacker in the game, but Bastoni seemed like he had no problem holding him out. Our opponent was also very skillful, but unlike prior teams, this team seemed to do the work for me. Rodman would then do a thing on the wing, and with the attacking AI that Berbatov had, he would position himself incredibly well, and we would try to find a pass into Barella. Barella, can you score this? Yes, he can. And that might be our earliest goal. Now it wasn't. The $20 team got that, but if you could defend or make our opponent rage quit, the team had the opportunity to get the best score. He has it in space and goes for a cross. I trust our defenders though, and Malacia is the one who gets it out, and this guy's just not getting through. George Best now into Barella, finds Dempsey, but a good save from his keeper. Dempsey now finds a pass into Declan Rice, finds Best, who finds Rodman. Berbatov's there, and we're up by 2. And with the speed, we could create so many opportunities. Into Dempsey now. Now I fluff the shot, but we need to make this guy rage quit, because by doing so, we could guarantee that we'd get the best score. But 40 minutes in, our opponent will get the final opportunity of the half. I'm right there with company, and he's just not getting through. And 45 minutes in, we would get ours. Into Rodman, let's go near post. What a save. And the first half would end 2-0, and I would sub Dybala on for Berbatov, as I felt like with him, we could pose more of a threat. But our opponents would get the first opportunity in this half. Oh no, he goes for goal. Schmeichel won't let that in. But our opponent came out guns blazing, and our defenders were having to put in a shift. And after our opponent's Cruyff made a good run, they would get their best opportunity. Now I need to catch him with Malacia here. Malacia into the tackle. He doesn't get it. He finds Haaland. No, he's actually scored. And to get the best time, we need to make them rage quit. Dempsey now, we have time to do this. He keeps the ball. Can we get through here? Dempsey? No, he blocks it. Falls back to us though. But what is that pass? George Best. It's fouled, and it's on the edge of the box, so it's not a penalty. Dempsey, can you score this though? He does! But very quickly, time was running out in this game, and so to make our opponent rage quit, we needed to score soon. George Best is open on the wing. His keeper's far out though. He keeps bringing him out. I'm gonna go for a finesse here. No, his centre-back blocks it. Rodman on the wing now. Dybala's there. Let's find him. I'm gonna go all the way with Dybala. Let's finesse. We're up by 3. But he's not leaving. 81 minutes in, Dybala would score another finesse goal. And 83 minutes in, I would get another good opportunity. Best has been insane into Rodman. We're up by 5 now. And when my opponent didn't leave, it pretty much confirmed to me that they were not going to leave in this game. And to make things even worse, in the 92nd minute, they would score a second goal. But just before the game ended, I would pause the game, hoping that they would just leave. But after exhausting my 3 pauses, my opponent was still in this game. So we've won in the most dominant manner so far, but conceding 2 goals means that the score isn't that great. And so at the end of it, it was actually the $50 team that was capable of putting up the best score. And what this showed me is that by spending more money in EAFC, you will have more success, but only to a degree, as there were diminishing returns. And according to our experiment, it seemed like $50 was the optimal amount to spend. However, we only started to pull the absolute best players in the game after spending $100. If you guys enjoyed this video, you'll enjoy one of these ones. So go ahead and click on any of those videos to watch them.